Hello and welcome to another video, SM Vehicle Diagnostics. Hope you're all doing well. So today, it's a wet and windy, horrible cold day today in November, but needs must. So we're looking at a Peugeot 3008. It's got an engine warning light. Started up and it sounds, I don't know if you can hear that, looks like it's misfiring. HDI 1.6 I think. So we've got the diag in. I'll show you what we're going to do. There, you can hear it's not running very well. So if you look at the fault codes there, we've got P0266 cylinder 2 resetting of injector outside the tolerance, and P12A5 cylinder 2 injector not injecting enough or poor cylinder compression. So it looks like this one is going to be a replacement injector on cylinder 2. Now on the Citroen's cylinder, on a normal engine, cylinder 1 starts from the left to the right, but on the Peugeots and Citroen's, cylinder 1 starts on the gearbox end, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're doing cylinder 2, so it'll be under here, so I'll come back. Right, so to start this job, take the injectors out. We've got to do the 10mm bolt on the turbo. Basically just disconnect all this intake pipe here and get the airbox out the way because the injector sits under there. So we'll take off these two, I think the 13mm bolts, and then that'll move the airbox out the way. And there's an air pipe down here. I think we'll remove that one. It's always best to remove stuff just to give yourself some access. And yeah, that plug there, disconnect that. So we'll try that, we'll do that now and we'll get back to you. Right, another update. So I was injector 2, so it was here. Pretty straightforward job. So you've got these, see these little green tabs, you've got to pull up and release the leak off pipes back. You've got to be really careful. This nut, see there's a little green thing on here. What I've had it before where that nut, once you've taken the fuel pipe off, it rolls all the way back down base of the engine. So just a word of caution, just make sure you've got that green thing on. And the idea is that when you disconnect that pipe, the nut, excuse me, doesn't fall back. So just a care point really. The injector's held on by this clamp here, and there's this bolt, goes through there like that, and it's a Torx 12, I think it is. So on there, yeah, E12. She needs an E12. Undo the clamp, pull the clamp out, and then wiggle the injector, and then there it is. There, that's the old one. That's the fuel pipe there. And that's those little green clips, and then you just unplug that connector. And then there's this little plastic sleeve, so you've got to take that off, put that sleeve on the new injector, which we've got. Okay, so there we've got, that's the old injector, just removed it, and then we've got a new one here, ready to go in. Take those caps off, seals on, take them off, make sure the copper washer's there, and always make sure the old one, that the washers come out with it as well. If it hasn't, you can probably knock a screwdriver down and pull it out, but you've got to make sure that it is removed, otherwise it won't seal. And I always run a cleaner down, like a reamer, just to make sure that the copper washer gets a good seal. So I'll put the time lapse on and we'll put the injector back in the vehicle, start it up and we'll code it in, and hopefully that's a fix. So this is the injector port cleaners that I always use just before I put the new injectors back in. You can see that one's been used, so all you do is put that in a screwdriver, plug that in, and then ream down, clean out the hole just before you put the new injector in. I think you can get them off Amazon, they're not that expensive, but it's always worth, while the injector's out, just cleaning it, especially around that area there. It's good practice to do that. Okay. Right, so the injector's fitted in, the plug's back on. There's a 14mm nut for the feed pipe, so that's all on, tightened down to the correct torque. But what you got to do with the injectors now is every injector's got to be coded in. So you see this code here, that is to recalibrate the engine, the ECU, into the new injector. So you've got to tell it's got a new injector just so it runs more efficient. So we'll do that now. Right, welcome back. So new injector's fitted, so we've got to do the coding now of the injectors, and we'll obviously reset the fault code as well. So I'm using the Launch Pro 5 diagnostic equipment. Brilliant bit of kit. So it just plugs in. So on the Peugeots, the diagnostic port is in the glove box there on the right hand side. A lot of people look over there underneath, but it's actually hidden. There's this little plastic cover. Just pull that in and that comes out, and you just plug your diagnostic port, and then this is it's a Bluetooth unit. So I can work it remotely in the car if I need to. So they're diagnostic. It's also connected to my mobile, so I've got a network and we're on the server as well. So it's picked up the vehicle. Let's try and get rid of that glare. And we'll do a high-speed scan. So it's going through all the modules. And then I'll come back when it's all scanned. Right, so we've done the scan. We've gone into the engine ECU, and we're going to tell it it's had a new injector fitted. So go in special functions and replacement parts, and then there's an option. So we did injector 2, so replacement of injector 2. So it just says check the part number, which we have done, so we're good. Certain cases separated by codes will be on the diagnostic tool. So what we've got to do is type in the code, right? So that's the current code there, 4XGGF. So we've got to replace that with the supplied code, which is CDPPLK. Okay, so we'll configure that. Sorry, I'll have to press that, and then so what we said was CD, so uppercase C D PPLK P P L K. Press OK. And configuration carried out. Okay, that's it. So it's learned. We'll take it for a drive and it'll learn. Sometimes you also, when you drive it, it also resets how the engine runs, and it runs a lot better. So we'll do that and reset the fault codes. Okay, that. I'll just cancel that for now. come back out, and so cylinder 2 will clear the fault codes. That's it. So now when we start the vehicle up, before it was running very rough, we'll start it up now. I'll just let it settle there straight away, idling really nicely, and we've got no fault codes. I had the battery off, so they'll have to set the clock. Well, that is 100% better, well, fixed really. So yeah, so if you did like this video, please, it'll help the channel if you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll always have some video content every week. Thanks, cheers.